Let's talk about something real. Something that a lot of people don't like to admit to themselves, but need to hear the truth about being someone's second choice. Now, no one wants to be second place. Nobody wakes up and says, you know what, I'm okay with being the backup, the option, the afterthought. Yet it happens. It happens when we're not paying attention. It happens when we allow ourselves to be treated like we don't matter. But let me tell you this right now, you were not put on this earth to be anyone's second choice. You were made to be someone's first choice, their priority, their number one. And if you're in a situation where you're constantly waiting, constantly putting yourself out there, but never getting the same in return, it's time to face the facts. Don't let someone make you feel like you're not worth their best. Let me break it down for you. There are 5 signs you need to watch out for when it comes to knowing if you're his second choice. If you spot any of these signs, don't waste time trying to convince yourself that things will change. Time is too precious to spend on someone who doesn't value you the way you deserve. Sign 1, you're always the last option. Let's get straight to the heart of it. If you're always the last option, it's time to start rethinking your value in that relationship. Think about it for a moment. When you're constantly at the bottom of the list, when you find yourself waiting around, wondering when they'll finally make time for you, that's a glaring sign that something's wrong. And it's not about being needy, it's about being respected. At first, it may not seem so obvious. You might tell yourself that they're just busy, that life gets in the way, or that their priorities just need to shift. But eventually, you start to feel it. You start to see the pattern. They're always the one calling the shots, deciding when to see you, when to talk to you, when to make time for you. And the moment things get inconvenient or someone else demands their attention, suddenly you're pushed aside. This is not about being patient or understanding. Everyone has their lives to live, their responsibilities, their obligations. But there's a difference between someone who is genuinely trying to balance their life and someone who is simply treating you as a backup plan. You cannot keep giving your time, energy, and heart to someone who only values you when there's no one else around. Think about the times when they made plans with you only to cancel last minute, or when you set aside time to hang out but they showed up late, distracted, or half-hearted. When you're constantly making excuses for their behavior, justifying why they don't prioritize you, you are allowing yourself to be treated like an option instead of a priority. You're allowing your worth to be diminished by someone who isn't putting in the effort that you deserve. You deserve better than that. You deserve someone who understands that relationships take time and commitment. Someone who values your time as much as they value their own. Someone who doesn't make you feel like a second choice, but a priority. Let me break it down for you. When someone truly cares about you, they don't make you wait around. They show you respect by keeping their word, by putting in the effort to be there for you. They don't wait until all other options before they turn to you. They make you feel like you matter, like they want you to be a part of their life, and they prove it with their actions. The truth is, actions speak louder than words. And if you're always the last one to be considered, those actions are showing you something you might not want to admit. You're not as important to them as you deserve to be. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that if you just wait long enough, if you're patient enough, if you're understanding enough, things will change. But the reality is you're teaching that person how to treat you with every moment you continue to let them make you their last choice. You are allowing your needs, your feelings, and your time to be treated as secondary to everything else in their life. If you're constantly left waiting, wondering when they'll call, when they'll have time for you, or when they'll make an effort, it's time to step back and really evaluate whether this is the kind of relationship you want. You don't have to settle for being an option. You are not a backup. You are not someone's last resort when everything else falls through. You deserve to be someone's first choice, someone's priority. But here's the hard truth. You have to demand that respect. You have to value yourself enough to walk away from relationships where you're not treated the way you deserve. You teach people how to treat you by how you treat yourself. And if you keep allowing them to make you the last option, you're sending the message that you're okay with it. And you shouldn't be okay with it. You deserve someone who makes you feel like the center of their world, who takes time for you, who shows up when they say they will, and who prioritizes you because they recognize the value you bring to their life. It's not about playing games. It's not about competing for attention. It's about being someone's number one, someone who values you and makes you feel seen, heard, and appreciated. You deserve that respect. You deserve to be a priority. When you're constantly the last option, when you're always waiting for crumbs of attention, it's time to walk away. You are worthy of love that values your time, your energy, and your presence. Don't let anyone make you feel like you're just filling the gaps in their life when nothing else is going on. You are not a backup plan, you are the plan. Stop letting people make you feel like an afterthought. Demand your worth. Make a commitment to yourself that you will only accept relationships where you are valued and respected. Because at the end of the day, you are worth someone's time. You are worth someone's best, not their leftovers. And when you start believing that, others will start treating you that way too. Sign 2, he keeps you in the shadows. When someone keeps you in the shadows, they are telling you something without saying a word. They are telling you that you don't matter enough to be seen. You're not part of the life they present to the world. You're hidden, tucked away, and left in the background while they put on a show for everyone else. And that's not love. It's not respect. It's not the kind of relationship you deserve. At the start, it might feel like nothing more than a small detail. Maybe they're just private, or they're trying to drama. They tell you it's complicated, or they're just trying to keep their personal life separate from their work or social circles. But as time goes on, you start to see the pattern. You realize that you're always the one they hide, the one they don't want others to know about. And slowly, you begin to feel like you're not good enough to be part of their world. If you're constantly kept in the shadows, if you're never acknowledged in public, if you find yourself always hidden away like a secret, it's not a sign of respect. It's a sign that you are not valued enough to be shown to the world. You're being treated as though you don't matter beyond the confines of a private space. As though your relationship has to stay in the dark because they don't want to risk making it public. This is especially painful when it feels like they're willing to flaunt other parts of their life. They're posting pictures with their friends, their family, even random acquaintances. But when it comes to you, nothing. They won't share a picture of the two of you together or even acknowledge you in a simple status update. They avoid taking you out in public, or they make excuses when you want to introduce them to your friends. They might not say it outright, but their actions speak volumes. You're not important enough to share with the world. A person who truly values you doesn't keep you hidden. A person who loves you will proudly show you off, talk about you to their friends, and let everyone know how much you mean to them. Love is not about keeping someone in the shadows or treating them like a secret. Love is about bringing someone into the light, acknowledging them, and sharing the joy and beauty of that relationship with others. When someone keeps you hidden, it's a clear sign that they're either ashamed or uncertain of you. They might say that they want to take things slow, or that they're not ready to share their life with others, but deep down, you know the truth. If they were truly invested in you, they wouldn't hide you away. They would want everyone to see how wonderful you are, how great the two of you are together, how happy they are with you. They wouldn't make you feel like a dirty little secret. It's also a sign of a lack of commitment. A healthy relationship is built on mutual trust and transparency. If you're constantly being kept in the shadows, it shows that they're not ready to commit fully. They're not ready to let others see you as a part of their life because they're still holding on to their freedom, still trying to keep options open, or still unsure of what they want. But that's not how love works. In a relationship where there's genuine care and commitment, both people are proud to be together. They don't feel the need to hide it. They want to shout it from the rooftops. Tell their friends, share their happiness with the world. It's important to ask yourself, what are you willing to tolerate in this relationship? Are you okay with being a secret? Are you okay with being treated like a shadow in their life, always waiting for their attention, but never quite getting the same respect and acknowledgement that they give to others? Or do you want to be with someone who brings you into the light, who shows you off proudly, and who never makes you feel like you're less than you are? You deserve more than that. You deserve to be seen, to be valued, to be appreciated, not just when it's convenient, but all the time. You deserve to be part of someone's life, not hidden away like a dirty secret. You are worthy of a relationship where you are acknowledged, celebrated, and made to feel special in the eyes of the person you love. So, if you're in a relationship where you're constantly kept in the shadows, it's time to take a step back and reassess. Ask yourself whether you're truly being treated the way you deserve to be treated. Are you someone's priority, or are you just an afterthought? Are you someone they want to show off to the world, or are you someone they keep hidden when it suits them? It's time to stop settling for less. You deserve someone who will shine a light on you, someone who will make you feel seen and important. You deserve a love that doesn't hide in the dark but thrives in the light. Don't let anyone make you feel invisible. You are worthy of being shown to the world as someone's love, someone's number one. Don't let anyone keep you in the shadows. You deserve to be the center of someone's world. Sign 3. He prioritizes others over you. When someone constantly prioritizes others over you, it speaks volumes about where you stand in their life. It doesn't matter how many sweet words they say, how many promises they make, or how many times they say they care. Actions always speak louder than words. If you're constantly being put second, third, or even last on their priority list, it's time to reassess your relationship. You deserve someone who sees you as a priority, not as an option. In the beginning, you may have been patient. You may have understood that people have lives, responsibilities, and obligations outside of the relationship. But when this pattern becomes repetitive, it's no longer just a small thing. It's a sign that you're being undervalued. It's not about the occasional scheduling conflict or being unable to meet up once in a while. It's about the consistent behavior of choosing others over you time and time again. What does it mean when someone continuously places others ahead of you? It means that somewhere along the way you became less important in their eyes. It means that their friends, family, or even strangers have more of their attention, more of their energy, and more of their time than you do. It doesn't matter if they tell you they love you or that they care for you. Their actions show something entirely different. For example, you might find that they frequently cancel plans with you to hang out with other people. Maybe they forget important dates like anniversaries, birthdays, or even just plans you made together only to show up for others when they ask. You make an effort to prioritize them, to give them your time, to show them that you care. But when it's your turn to ask for the same, they always have an excuse. You're the one left in the background while they show up for everyone else. It's not just about missing a few dates or having a busy schedule. It's the consistency of it. When this happens over and over again, it sends a clear message: you are not a priority to them. You can't keep telling yourself that this time is different or maybe next time will be better. If you're constantly placed on the back burner in favor of others, it's time to wake up and recognize the truth. The truth is, your time, your presence, and your needs are not being respected. There's a difference between being understanding of someone's needs and completely ignoring your own. When someone truly values you, they make an effort to prioritize you, especially when life gets hectic. They understand that relationships require mutual effort and respect. They make time for you, not just when it's convenient, but because they see your importance in their life. They do not repeatedly place others first while leaving you to pick up the pieces of their neglect. If someone's always choosing everyone else, it's time to ask yourself if this is the relationship you want. This isn't just about love either. It applies to every type of relationship, whether romantic, platonic, or familial. True relationships are built on balance, mutual respect, and care. If you find yourself in a relationship where you're constantly being put last, you have to recognize that you deserve better. You deserve someone who prioritizes your time, your feelings, and your needs just as you would for them. You should never feel like you're fighting for scraps or begging for attention. Now, I understand that we all have different circumstances. People get busy, they have different priorities at different points in their lives. But if your relationship is built on respect and care, you should never feel like an afterthought. You should never feel like you are competing for the tiniest fraction of someone's time or energy. If someone truly cares for you, they'll make sure to show it through actions, not just words. Consistency is key. When someone continuously puts others ahead of you, it's important to realize that this behavior won't change unless you make it clear that it's unacceptable. You deserve to be treated with the same level of priority as anyone else. Don't let yourself be someone's second choice when you're giving them your best. When you see someone constantly choosing others, it's time to walk away. Don't settle for being an option. You are worthy of someone who not only says they care, but shows it with every action, every choice, and every decision they make. Don't allow someone to make you feel like you're less important than the other people in their life. You deserve to be their priority. Don't let anyone make you feel like you're always waiting in the wings while they're busy giving attention to everyone else. You deserve someone who chooses you not as a backup, not when nothing else is happening, but because they truly value you, want you to be an important part of their life. So ask yourself, do you want to continue being someone's second choice, or are you ready to take control and demand the respect you deserve? You are worth being the priority. Don't settle for less than that. You are worthy of someone who will choose you day in and day out, because when someone truly cares for you, you are never second best. You are their first priority. Sign 4, his words don't match his actions. When a person's words don't match their actions, it's one of the clearest signs that something is off in the relationship. The disparity between what they say and what they do is a red flag that you should never ignore. Words are easy. Anyone can say the right thing in the moment, make promises, and reassure you with sweet talk. But it's actions that tell the real story. Actions are where you see whether someone truly means what they say. If someone continuously tells you they care, but their actions contradict that, it's time to open your eyes and take notice. Words are empty without actions to back them up. A person can say, "I love you" 1,000 times, but if their behavior show indifference, negligence, disrespect, those words lose their meaning. They become nothing more than empty promises. Take a moment to reflect on the times you've been reassured, told everything would be fine, or promised things would get better, only to see the same behavior play out again and again. Maybe they say they'll change, that they'll be more present, or that they'll put in more effort, but then their actions don't follow through. They continue to do the same things that make you feel unimportant, neglected, or taken for granted. This is a pattern that cannot be ignored. You deserve someone whose words align with their actions. When someone truly cares for you, they don't just say it, they show it. Their actions demonstrate their commitment, respect, and love. When someone's words and actions align, you don't have to guess where you stand. They prove their sincerity through their behavior, and you can see their true intentions without having to second guess everything. It's easy to get caught up in the cycle of hope where you tell yourself maybe next time will be different, or they really do care, they just need some time. But the truth is, repeated actions speak louder than any promise. If someone continually says the right things but doesn't follow through, you have to ask yourself whether they're being honest with you and with themselves. The danger of this disconnect is that it creates confusion and emotional turmoil. One moment they tell you all the things you want to hear, how much they care, how much they're going to change, how much they want to be with you. And the next moment they disappear, let you down, or act in a way that contradicts everything they said. This leaves you in a constant state of uncertainty, questioning whether you're truly valued or if those promises were just empty words designed to keep you around. This is not a healthy or respectful dynamic. When a person's words don't match their actions, it's important to trust what you see, not just what you hear. Words without actions are like smoke and mirrors. They give you a false sense of security, but they don't hold any substance. If someone truly cares about you, they'll demonstrate that care consistently, not just when it's convenient for them. They will make an effort to show up, be reliable, and keep their promises. You should never have to wonder if their words are genuine, because their actions will be proof enough. Don't settle for someone who tells you everything you want to hear but doesn't back it up. You deserve someone who acts with integrity, who doesn't just speak love but lives it. You deserve someone whose actions mirror their words, someone who shows you respect, loyalty, and care with every choice they make. The emotional toll of constantly trying to decipher someone's words can be exhausting. It's draining to feel like you're always trying to convince yourself that their words mean something, only to be let down again and again. This back and forth creates emotional whiplash, leaving you constantly on edge, never knowing where you stand. And this kind of emotional uncertainty is not only unhealthy, but unfair to you. You deserve stability and security in your relationships. You deserve to know that when someone says something, they mean it. So, what do you do when you see that their words don't align with their actions? You make a decision. You choose to prioritize your own self-worth and value. You don't allow someone to string you along with empty promises and nice words. You demand consistency. You demand that their actions match the promises they make. You stop allowing yourself to be manipulated by words that carry no weight. In relationships, trust and honesty are essential. If someone truly cares for you, they will show you with their actions. They won't make promises they can't keep. They won't tell you things they don't mean. They will be genuine, reliable, and consistent in both what they say and what they do. So, remember this: words without actions are meaningless. Don't let anyone fill your life with promises and empty talk while showing you nothing of substance. You are worth more than that. You deserve someone whose words and actions are in harmony. Only then can you trust that their love, respect, and commitment are real. Sign 5, he doesn't include you in his future. When someone doesn't include you in their future, it's a sign that they don't see you as a significant part of their long-term plan. It's a painful realization, but it's one you must confront if you're in a relationship where this is the case. If you're constantly left out of future conversations, plans, or decisions, it's a clear indication that they don't view you as integral to their life moving forward. A healthy, committed relationship involves two people who are ready to build a future together, not just live in the present. Think about the conversations you've had, the future dreams you've shared, or the plans you've made together. Have you noticed that you're often excluded from those plans? Perhaps when they talk about their goals, their dreams, or where they see themselves in the future, there's no mention of you. Maybe they talk about their career, moving to a new city, or their aspirations, but they never ask for your input or talk about how you fit into those plans. It's like you're invisible when it comes to their future vision. When someone loves you, when they truly value you, they make you a part of their future. They talk about the next step in life, whether it's moving in together, taking trips, or even planning for the long term together. If you're not in their future vision, it's because they've already decided that you're not part of it. It's not necessarily a reflection of your worth as a person, but rather their lack of commitment to the relationship. They're not thinking about a future with you because they haven't made you a priority in their life. The absence of you and their future plans can come in different forms. It could be something as small as them talking about vacations or life events that happen years down the road without considering you. It could be as significant as them never discussing important milestones like moving in together, getting married, or even having children, when these are typically things that come up in a loving, committed relationship. When someone doesn't include you in their future, they're essentially telling you that they don't see a future with you, or they're not willing to build one. If you're constantly on the sidelines when it comes to making future plans, it's important to ask yourself why. Do you really want to be with someone who isn't planning a future with you? Do you deserve to be with someone who keeps you in the present while they're building the future with someone else or without you altogether? A healthy relationship is built on shared goals and mutual vision. It's about being able to discuss the future, dream together, and work towards common goals. If you're not part of that vision, it means you're not being taken seriously. You're just someone who's there for the moment, but not for the long haul. That's not fair to you, and it's not a sustainable relationship.